Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. Today is March 7th. It's about 2:22. I just want to go over this quick article for you. Let me get started. I'm gonna just read it to you and just let's talk about it. So we got Project Icebreaker, breaking new paths in cross-border retail CBDC payments. It's my other computer. The project was a collaboration between the Bank of Israel, Norges Bank, and this one right here, Rick's Bank, whatever, and the BIS Innovation Hub, Nordic Center, whatever. Anyway, while domestic payments have seen significant improvement in jurisdiction in recent years, cross-border payments still face challenges such as high costs, low speed, limited access, and insufficient transparency. Let me highlight. The G20 has made a priority to enhance cross-border payments a priority, and in response to this call for action, the BIS, that's the Bank of International Settlements Innovation Hub, is coordinating experiments on how this might be done. Many central banks, I ain't got my mouse yet, I'm using my finger on my keyboard. 1 second. Many central banks are exploring retail central bank digital currencies. This is a new one, retail. They put the R on front of central bank digital currencies. The requirement for interlinking these domestic RCBDC systems to support cross-border payments should be considered at the outset so that cross-border payments can be enabled when appropriate. Project Icebreaker explores a specific way to interlink RCBDC systems with several additional features that would allow the Icebreaker model to be readily scaled up. In addition to these features, would promote simplicity and interoperability, reduce settlement risk, and foster competition and transparency for cross-border RCBDC payments. Listen up. This is everything that Ripple, all this language you hear about cross-border payments versus domestic payments versus keywords like interoperability, reduce settlement risk, all of this wording, this verbiage is coming from Ripple. Ripple is their main product feature is cross-border payments. Within the blockchain itself, it has a built-in decentralized exchange that can exchange one currency to another. This is what Ripple does. Yes, of course, XLM can do this too, right? They're the same thing. Look at what they're addressing. This is a short article. Settlement risk and speed in the Icebreaker model. Hold on, let me get I ain't got my mouse. Never mind. In the Icebreaker model, a cross-border transaction is broken up into two domestic payments, one in each system. And RCBDC, therefore, never leaves its own domestic system. This is because the foreign exchange providers buy one currency in one system and sell the other currency in the other system. Settlement is via coordinated payment versus payment arrangement using hash time lock contracts, HTLC, going a long way toward eliminating counterparty risk in the FX transaction. I don't quite understand everything about this, but I do know it doesn't matter. They're trying to address settlement risk and speed. In other words, the old antiquated traditional financial system is too slow, not efficient, et cetera, et cetera. It's not as insufficient, doesn't have any transparency. The new system will solve the settlement and risk speed. Here's the competition and transparency, right? FX providers submit FX rates to the Icebreaker Hub, which selects the best rate to be presented to the payer for each payment request. This lets the payer access competitive FX rates independently of the PSP, providing the end user with a digital RCBDC supporting wallet. Additionally, the dependency on liquidity, the desired bilateral currency, or let let me read that again. Additionally, the dependency on the liquidity in the desired bilateral currency pair is mitigated by automated usage or use of bridge currencies. All righty, y'all. There it is again. Bridge currency. That's XRP. You only hear that language with XRP. XRP is the bridge currency. It's the bridge between all currencies. Anyhow, let me go ahead and keep reading. The number of connections between RCBDC systems are kept to a minimum by the hub and spoke approach. The icebreaker hub only routes payment messages and does not act upon them. The only information it acts upon is the data from FX providers, which are used when identifying and selecting the best FX rates for the payer. The icebreaker model makes a minimum set of technical requirements about the RCBDC system that connect to it. Project Icebreaker shows that the central banks can have almost full autonomy when designing their domestic RCBDC system while still being able to participate and formalize interlinking arrangements to enable cross-border payments. Look, I don't understand all that mumbo jumbo, but I can tell you one thing. The one thing they keep talking about is cross-border payments, and we already know what time it is when it comes to cross-border payments. Anywho, yeah. So let me remind y'all something, right? This ain't no small chump change. This is from the Bank of International Saints. Goodness, Bank of International Settlements, which handles a whole lot of money, and we're talking about in the trillion. So I want to remind y'all that the market cap is only 19 billion. We ain't even hit a trillion yet. You know how far we are away from a trillion, and we got a 38-cent price. So just a measly trillion, yes, a measly trillion, will send this price skyrocketing. But we ain't even talking about a single trillion. We're talking about multiple trillions upon trillions. This price will fly when the time comes. And let me show y'all something real quick, and then I'm up out. Actually, can I show y'all? I don't think I can. 1 second. Oh yeah, I can. I wanted to show y'all this, right? I can't do the overlaying because I ain't got the software to do it, but I wanted to show y'all this this chart from the last 7 days. This is Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin has been, doing this thing. Just about every other altcoin out there tracks Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin drops, everything else drops. And you can see that pretty straightforward. So just take a visual picture of this chart here. Actually, let me take one. Let me get that for the last 7 days. Let me put this in my notes. Give me 1 second, y'all. Bear with me. I'm gonna put that in my notes so we can just look at it on another screen. I'm going to ETH now. ETH. Yes. All right, let me go to the 7-day look. You can probably tell already that ETH is tracking Bitcoin. Whatever Bitcoin does, so does ETH. All right. Let me paste that on my new screen. And let me show y'all XR to the P. XRP. And to the 7-day. And look at this. Whoa, Nelly, we got something different. Hold on, let me scroll this. XRP. All right, got my screenshot. I'm gonna switch over to a second. I'm gonna switch over. So just while I'm switching over, I'm gonna stop sharing in a second and reshare. But this XRP chart typically follows Bitcoin wherever she goes, right? I will follow he. Yep, just like that. Let me stop and share these charts on one screen. Give me 1 second here. Where's me notes? Right there. All right. So check this out. Here is my notes right here. All right. Here's Bitcoin at the top. You got this drop. I believe this happened when the SEC came out and sued a few exchanges. This is not too long. This is only a few days ago. And this chart kind of flatlined, and then lately has been tanking. Now, if you look over here, you can kind of see them on the same screen. Same thing. SEC come out and do its thing. And then you got, boom, same, almost the same exact chart. Look at this little bump right here, that little bump, this little dip, that little dip. And you look at XRP, which usually does very close to what Bitcoin and Ethereum is doing. I don't know how I got this big block in the way, but I screwed up. But anyway, you get the drop, but you get the immediate rise right back up. You don't see that with these guys. Not only that, you can see this little small rise, but that ain't nothing compared to this, right? It's just like a barely dip. Anyway, my point is, yeah, we got a rise out of that. We got a fall, and then we got another rise. I don't see anything like that coming from Bitcoin. Nothing. Could this be the decoupling of XRP? I hope so. Anyway, stay blessed. What I want to say, hallelujah, and keep it moving. Keep packing your bags. You're ready. Our time is coming. I know it's taking forever. It's been over 2 years for me. And God dang it, I'm about tired of waiting. Anyway, stay blessed. But don't lose hope. Keep on holding on to these bags, and let's see what happens. All right. Catch y'all another day.